please, friends, enjoy my hospitality. Ask for anything.
Well,
If I have it, I will give it to you.
I will take a glass of hooch, if you don't mind.
I don't, but the cops do, so please do
Should
not tell
put
them.
your damn profession in parentheses on your name. It'd be easier. I don't remember what the fuck any of y'all do.
Spoken like a true man of Sicily.
You need to shut your white mouth.
Oh, man.
So,
Which one are you?
Any interesting cases, Dr. Cox?
Oh yeah, you're Chris Woodhouse, right?
Call me Harry D, friend.
Professor of what?
Medicine.
Not you, just the one that says professor.
Professor of Medical Science. We got all these fucking doctors.
There's my abbreviated
These guys are going to be great in a fight.
one. My credit rating is 75, so get on my level.
Yeah.
Sleeping on your porch.
There you go. The hobo.
Why would these guys have a hobo?
It's a good question. Maybe
You got a
you could
hobo and a criminal.
I'm kind of wondering what I'm doing here.
Bob Tompkins is
Wandered in.
an old friend that's down on his luck, and Sal Buffon is just a straight-up criminal that we all know he's a criminal. We don't care.
This is my esteemed colleague, Bob Tompkins.
He's been down on his luck these last few years.
He
but he's
has,
still a
he
good
has.
friend.
Bob Tompkins does have 75 points in fast talk, so it is possible that he has talked his way into this upper echelon of doctors and professors.
So I sort of stole my dead uncle's identity. That's how I got my fortune.
There you go.
So I'm just sitting here petting my dog. Are we at the table or are we in the study?
You tell me.
Okay, we're in the study then. Everybody's sitting on their couch or a chair, lounging. I believe that Debo's character is sipping some brandy illegally.
Oh yes, it's mighty fine brandy too.
That's Dr.
Not like
Chris
a
Woodhouse.
Shit, Bob's always drinking.
So you're a professor of engineering?
No, I'm just an engineer.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Chris, I hope you do like it, that brandy. There's no way I can keep this up, man.
No one recording this shit?
Mouth. You're in America. You need
Why
to
did you-
speak with an American
Why
accent.
did you make an Italian character if you can't keep it up?
Oh man.
I'm just
Just like-
repeating like Adam Sandler's Italian.
You need more alcohol, Matt, then you'll be able to do it.
Type out what you want to say on the side, and then just say like pop a boo pop pop.
I'm already crying over here from laughing so hard.
So
You
as
like
you're
it, the brandy,
enjoying-
huh?
As you're
Yeah,
enjoying
dude.
your coffee and brandy and post-meal delicacies at the hospitality of Dr. Warren Bedford, outside the window across the street, you notice a man parking his automobile in front of the house, and as he's exiting his car, he pops the trunk and pulls two canvas-wrapped objects.
I pull up my
From the
38
trunk.
automatic and point it at him.
What?
Well, you're in the house, so you're seeing this through the
Fuck
window. And one of the objects is small and round, and the other is approximately the size and shape of a small baseball bat.
Right.
You can see the man carrying these both under one arm while kind of struggling with the lock on his front door as he's heading into the house. You see the larger of the two packages slide loose and fall onto the front porch with a plop that is echoed across the street.
Like a wet
Almost
plop?
Like a wet plop, almost as
Ugh.
if a balloon full of Jell-O or something has slapped the pavement.
An arm.
The canvas folds fall open, and you see a glimpse of something white and cylindrical lying in the dark shadows of the porch before the man quickly wraps up the canvas and tucks it back under his arm to get in the house. Who is next to the window?
My chair is next to the window.
I'll be
Okay.
next to the window.
We're all huddled around the window now.
I like
So-
to sit. I like
These
to
are very
sip
nice
brandy and look
windows.
out the window at people.
So
when I'm
Saul and Dr. Warren are next to the window and witness this, and you can each make a attempted spot hidden roll. So you have to look at your character sheet. So Saul rolled a... What did you roll?
65.
And what is your...
70.
So you succeeded.
God, you rolled a 1?
That is the best possible
Yeah.
roll. So Dr. Warren
Let's
Bedford
rate that shit.
has some fucking eagle eyes. and perhaps Dr. Warren Bedford was passing the brandy snifter, and the glass of the snifter acted as magnifying lenses through this window. And what you see as the plop hits the pavement is what looks to be the hand and fingers of a small child, as this fleshy mound is wrapped in canvas. Go ahead and roll 1d3, Dr. Bedford. Dr. Bedford, you have lost 2 points of sanity.
I'm losing my sanity. I'm losing my dick.
This is definitely an image that has shocked you, and possibly has interrupted a conversation you were having with Saul and your other guests, but you were taken aback at this horrible, macabre vision.
I quietly just put my brandy glass down and get a pale white sullen look on my face.
Oh, you're not looking too good over there.
I think I just saw something that I can't even describe it. It's terrible.
Moments later, you see a basement window across the street that is quickly blunted by a hastily drawn shade, as you see a flash of light, as if somebody has turned on a lamp and then forgotten that the window was open.
What do you know about your neighbors, Mr. Warren?
Dr. Warren, you would know that your neighbor across the street is one Mr. Corbett, and he has always been a quiet, inoffensive, and normal man. You know that he lives on a large, well-kept estate, and he has lived across from you for several years. You're in a nodding relationship. You don't necessarily have conversations with each other, but you greet each other as you arrive to and from your homes. And he is one of the more respected and prominent businessmen in the area, and his habits and mannerisms are known to most of his neighbors. You would know that he has been a widow for at least a dozen years, and that years ago he would often leave his home for long periods of time, traveling out of the country for his business, but the last few years you have seen him more and more at home. He has a regular office downtown that he works at 5 days a week. You know that he has a fantastic garden in his backyard that he often offers homegrown tomatoes to members of the neighborhood.
Well, you heard him. That's what he is.
So what could have you been doing that shocked you so much?
It looked like he was lugging around a possibly a corpse of a small child in one of those canvas wraps.
What?
Should we call the police?
How rebaldrous.
Just a clarification, if I didn't mention it already, in this world, you can definitely involve the authorities or be wary of them. So if you are committing crimes, it is very possible that someone sees you and will call the police on you or will ask for the assistance of the authorities. So that's something to keep in mind.
I can't say for sure that's what it was, so I don't want to involve the authorities just yet on a false charge. I don't want to put this man's reputation in jeopardy.
Dr. Bedford, please make a D100 roll and tell me your POW number, your power.
I rolled a 69 and my power is 16.
Yes, I don't think we need to involve the authorities.
You would say
Yeah,
that.
of course your Dago ass wouldn't want him.
Dago?
As his eyes dart around the room.
I don't have a Dillinger shoved up my ass, do I? Mr.
Maybe,
Salbuffon.
It's definitely suspicious.
Well, what if we sent Bob Tompkins over there? He looks like a hobo. He could, beg for change. Maybe learn something for us.
Yes, that sounds good. Send a Bobby over there.
Call me Bobby one more time, motherfucker. Tell you, call me Bobby. Nobody calls me Bobby. But sure, if y'all, I'm trying to get out of this room anyway. I don't like being around y'all.
Go see if you can spare some change and see if you can get a glimpse at whatever he's doing.
I'm not really that poor. I don't think I would be asking for money.
Well, you look like it.
You look like a fucking hobo.
You could certainly get a closer look if you'd like to walk across the street, or you could even listen at the door. You can kind of do anything you would think of in a normal neighborhood. Now, just keep in mind that because this is an upscale neighborhood, someone sneaking around a house might be suspicious.
Is there a way to kind of isolate myself into another room to watch what he's doing across the street and get a better vantage point?
Yeah, you could go upstairs and try to look through maybe a higher vantage point if that's what you're thinking.
Sure, let's do that.
He drove up in a car, right?
He did.
Well, maybe I can walk over there and be like, I heard your engine clicking. I'm an engineer. Would you like me to take a look at it? And while he opens his door, I'll try to peek in. It was just an idea, guys. I mean, if y'all didn't like it, you just say so.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. Go over there.
Alright, I'm gonna stroll across.
Just be natural. Don't be inconspicuous. This is a very high upscale neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk over there
Full
and
sprint.
knock on his door.
Is that your plan? Or are you headed over now?
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk over. I'm just gonna walk over there. You know, I have a little little sway in my
User
step from the
joined your
brandy.
channel.
Okay. So we'll do that. Oh, hey, Mark's here.
Hey.
Swagger.
Hello.
Channel created.
So whenever you're ready, head
Alright,
to the Corbett house.
Alright, let's go.
User left your channel. Channel switched.
All right. So as you're walking across the street, you can see very clearly the car of Mr. Corbett parked very haphazardly in his driveway. It appears he maybe was in a hurry as he arrived, and you're standing kind of at the edge of his driveway right now. 50 feet up the walk to his front door. From where you're standing, you can see several basement windows. All have shades pulled, and one of them is dimly lit, almost as if a light is on inside the basement.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna stroll up to his front door.
Okay.
I'm not gonna worry about his basement windows. Gotta stay inconspicuous.
Okay. You don't see a doorbell or anything, but you can certainly knock on his door.
Yeah, I'll knock.
There's no answer.
I'll knock one more time, louder.
No answer.
Are there any windows by the door?
Yes.
I'll
There
see.
are-
I'll just try to see if I can peek through.
Sure.
Shit.
One of the windows, the shades are not drawn all the way, and when you peek in, you see what looks to be a pretty normal study. It's a fairly clean home, although you can see it looks like a few items maybe have been knocked over. Perhaps he has a pet or a cat.
Maybe I will go over there and then tap on I will look through the basement window.
So as you head to the basement window, you can also make a listen roll.
I rolled a 45 and mine's 25.
Okay. You hear nothing, although you do hear a slight crackling of electricity. Nothing that would concern you, as the power is a little spotty in the 1920s.
Okay.
Cannot see anything through the window.
Then I will stroll back to the house.
Channel switched. User joined your channel.
Okay, I guess Debo ran over there to check it out, and now they're back.
Yes, I've returned.
We weren't metagaming.
Not at all.
Catching him up. It's not metagaming.
Yeah, helping Mark.
I have a SIG.
But how did I get here?
What? Your accent changed again.
Well, he wouldn't answer his door, and I couldn't really hear anything in his basement. So I don't know. My plan was foiled.
Well,
Here it
pleased
is.
to meet everybody. My name's Professor Nathaniel Quatermass.
Quatermass.
That's
What are
right.
you a professor of?
Thugonomics.
Thugonomics.
Lots of things. The chemistry, astronomy.
Good, so good.
Where are you from?
Lots of things.
I asked where you from.
I'm from Norwich, England.
Why don't you go stand on the other side of the room away from me, okay?
But, very well.
Fucking limeys.
Ate something strange.
Yeah, the lobster bisque.
Yes.
You don't like it, a lobster, huh?
Well, not Dr. Bedford's lobster biscuits.
The lobster is no good, huh?
No, this isn't, you dago bastard.
I get you more lobster.
That's terrible.
I think we should alert the police.
Wait, so what, you came back?
Yeah. I didn't see or hear
He just
anything. No
walked-
one would
that's how
answer
you-
the
That's how
door.
he's hearing you.
Oh, okay.
I think we should call the cops.
But we have no proof. That would be besmirching his reputation as a good, upstanding citizen of the neighborhood.
Well, you saw it with your own eyes, didn't you?
But my eyes maybe playing tricks on me. I didn't see it. I saw
I
it,
don't
but
know.
I could have been mistaken.
Better safe than sorry, huh?
Nick, what city are we? What part of the world are we in right now?
You are in Massachusetts. in a very upscale neighborhood.
Well, my professor teaches at Miskatonic. If we're anywhere near that, I have full run of the university.
You certainly are near Miskatonic. And I believe your new companion that has told you to stand across the room got his PhD at Miskatonic.
So we know each other.
I went to Miskatonic also, but I didn't go to graduate school.
Weren't you in my chemistry class, young man?
Was it the one at 6:30 in the morning?
That was it.
Yeah, yes, sir, I was. The mechanical machines, they're evolving.
What? Charlatan!
Well, I think I can sneak over there, so I'll do that.
Okay, are you suggesting this for feedback from the rest,
No,
or are you just on your own? You're walking out.
I'm walking out.
So go ahead and join the Corbett House
User left your
sub-channel.
channel. Channel switched.
We're gonna skip the splitting and it's just me,
Channel deleted.
so y'all can listen.
In his attempt to sneak around the home, Sal stepped on a discarded glass bottle, shattering it. Even anyone within the home, as you were possibly watching this activity through the window, could hear this crack of glass echoing throughout the neighborhood.
I thought this was a nice neighborhood. Why is there glass bottles in the fucking street?
It's just one glass bottle. It could have, fallen out of his car, or could have been left in a side yard. Anyway, you're at that point. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to press onward,
Yeah.
or okay? And are you sneaking around the right or left side of the home?
What's on each side?
It's pretty dark, so you can't really see much from where you're standing. Each side of the home has a small grove of trees, and you would know from your conversations with Dr. Bedford that Mr. Corbett is an avid gardener. So you would assume that there would be a garden or something behind the home.
All right, well, I'll go around.
You see Mr. Corbett's greenhouse quite clearly, and it is fairly well-kept building. Obviously a prized possession, and where he may spend a majority of his time.
All right, but nothing looks out of the ordinary.
You don't see any bodies or anything laying on the ground, if that's what you mean. Would you like to continue sneaking around?
Yes.
Make another sneak check.
Roll them fails.
So you nearly step on a discarded small hand shovel, but you see it glinting in the light of the rising moon, and you're able to narrowly avoid it. As you continue scouting around the home, you can see Mr. Corbett's vegetable garden, and nothing really looks out of place.
So originally you said I only saw a light in the basement?
Correct, through one window in the basement.
And that was in the front?
Yes.
Are there any basement windows in the back?
There are not. I'm sorry, there is a basement window just by the back door.
Alright, I'm going to look through that.
As you look through this window, you see what appears to be a utilities room. You can see a tub for washing clothes. It is not lit, appears to be unused at the moment.
Okay, is the back door locked?
You have not tried to open it.
I'll try and open it. Alright, well, I'll sneak around back up front to where I saw the light. This whole time I haven't heard anything inside the house?
You have not heard anything, but you can make a listen check if you would like to listen closely by one of the windows.
Alright.
And so where are you now?
I guess I would be on the right side of the diagram.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to go... I guess I'd be on the left side if I came around the... I came around the left, so I'm circling around.
So you're trying to get by this window, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the one I already saw, right? I was in the backyard, right?
Yeah, you were looking through this window.
Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to get back to this one. And I'll do a spot check.
Wow, that is almost the worst possible thing you could roll. You look deep into the window as if you see something that is you're sure is the next clue you're looking for, only to have Professor Quatermass say, "You do realize the shutters are closed."
Here, let me open them for you.
I thought light was coming out of it.
It is backlit. Like there's a light on in the room, but there's a shutter, like a shade or a cloth, you know.
Oh, well, I can't see shit now, can I?
I'll roll a spot hidden
Okay.
against a 55.
I'm afraid you don't see anything else. Although you do notice that the locks don't appear to be engaged on this basement window.
All right, I'm gonna open the window.
Are you going to like shove it open, or are you going to gently nudge it, or?
I'll try to be quiet about it.
Oh, all right. So let's make a.
Oh.
Let's try. Let's get fancy here. Let's make another sneak check. We'll say you're doing this sneaky. All right. So as you crack the window, what you hear is a series of gurgling noises and the crackling of electricity. And the best way to describe it would be almost as if the sound of the 90s era child's toy gack when you would squish your fingers in it. And it's just kind of a sucking sound. It sounds like flesh on flesh. And almost immediately you're hit with the smell of 1,000 toilets overflowing. Just the worst possible smell of fecal matter and urine that you've ever encountered. Go ahead and roll a 1d3. So you'll lose 1 point of sanity for this disgusting smell and sound that has overwhelmed you.
Both of us?
Just you. Professor Quatermass is standing next to you and presumably has not seen or experienced this.
What's the matter?
Something smells horrible.
Losing 1 or 2 or even 3 points of sanity might lead to something as simple as a trembling hand for a couple of minutes or inability to gather your words, and so anybody that experiences that can handle that as you see fit.
Quatermass, you should go back to the house and warn the others. Something's definitely wrong here. I'll stay here and check it out some more.
Are you sure?
I've never been more sure about something in my life.
What dramatic. Right, very, very well.
I thought you were supposed to be a dago.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That's a fake accent I use at parties.
Right, I'll go and warn the others.
As you peel aside the curtains, you can very briefly see into the room, and it appears to be a workroom.
Do we have, like, our weapons on us, or do we have to specifically go get them?
That's a good call, and I think you would need to determine that right now. Professor Bedford would probably have his weapons in his home somewhere, but if you are attending a dinner, you would need to decide if you are bringing your Tommy gun, or are you just tucking a little Derringer in your back belt pocket, or
got my sickle on my
yeah, what
belt.
kind of person are you?
Well, I've got a trench coat on with all my weapons because I'm a fucking criminal.
Jesus. If you came for dinner, there is a big chance. Nobody's really poor aside from Mr. Tompkins. So you may have come in a car, and maybe your weapons are in your car. You could certainly decide where you would keep them.
I have no weapons.
My mind is my weapon.
fucking mind quad.
Mind quad. Yeah, well, Chris Woodhouse reaches into like his back waistband and pulls out his 45. Like, I never go anywhere without this baby, and puts it down right in front of him.
On the floor? Or?
Chrome-plated 1911 full-size government issue.
Sometimes you do a lot of drinking and you stare at that.
Can you even have that?
I
Can
do
you even
more
have
than
that
just
military
stare
spirit
at
time of day? This time of
That
year?
gun's the tits.
What?
Can I hear where the sound is coming from?
Jesus, a bunch of Charles Bronsons around here.
You would have been a little taken aback, and in losing a point of sanity, you might not be able to pinpoint a location.
Alright, I'm going to climb through the window.
You going into the workroom?
Yeah.
As you are crawling through the window, you hear the crash of breaking glass from this adjoining room. You're about halfway through the window. And you can clearly hear a man's voice yell, "Drat! Not again!"
Alright, I continue on.
Okay. Make a sneak check. You manage to silently lower yourself into the workroom. It is a darkened room, and you can see through the crack under the door. The light is coming from the adjoining room where you heard the broken glass. And
Alright, I'm gonna try to listen some more.
make a listen check. You hear the man's voice, and he says,
Len, this is all going to be worth it. I'll make you proud.
and you can hear kind of like bubbling and chemistry noises.
Alright, I want to kick the door open and just start shooting.
Okay, the important thing to know is that the room you are in, the door opens inward. So make a strength check.
Well, I'll probably notice that by the hinges.
Then why were you going to try to kick
Are you
it?
an engineer? How would you know?
That's common sense.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, hold on.
I made
guess you
that
would know,
available
since
on
you're a
this
master
drawing.
Dago thief.
Yeah, but y'all said the door was closed.
It is.
I can't determine by that drawing the door is closed.
You can determine which way it opens, though.
Yeah, that's what the diagram shows, which way it opens.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try to open the door then.
Well, tell me what you're doing so I can tell you what you need to do.
I'm going to check the doorknob to see if it's locked.
As you turn the handle of the door, it turns freely. Would you like to pull on the door?
Yeah, it's like a swift action. I'm going to pull on the door and shoot
Okay.
at the same time.
So you have your pistol drawn.
I have my Tommy gun drawn.
Your Tommy gun. What is your strength?
It is 13.
13. So you just need to roll a set under a 70.
And what is this for?
This is to open the door that is slightly jammed. Okay.
Oh, shit.
As you yank on the door in one swift action, were you planning to shoot immediately? What I'm
Yes.
asking is, are you shooting through the door that is not going to open?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you yank on the door, you instinctively you've prepared yourself mentally. Again, you're kind of wading through the stench that is permeating this space. So you're already kind of trying to put that in the back of your mind. How many rounds does your gun fire off through the door?
I'm going to hold down the trigger.
So
You're gonna empty it. Okay. So you're in maybe a 10-foot by 12-foot room with no air protection. So this is not gonna. There's gonna be some long-term effects. But
I mean, I should be used to this kind of thing.
are you?
He's a criminal.
He's a damn mobster.
Okay.
That's like their gun.
So
We've been
we're gonna
Pistol.
flip the we're gonna flip the screen real quick. And
I mean, I've
everybody-
shot through plenty of doors.
Okay, we're gonna pause on you for 1 second. Everybody that's across the street, what are you doing?
I'm approaching them to tell them what Sal saw as the sound of bullets permeate the air.
Yeah, so you see Professor Quatermass walking across the street towards you as you hear the rat-a-tat-tat of a Tommy gun.
Chopper.
And you see the basement windows in the left side of the home flash brilliantly, as it's very clear that gunfire is going off in that space.
Sal found the back door, and now he's shooting up the place.
What? Why is he shooting it up? The fucking
he's
cops are gonna be here.
He wants to get in, I suppose, very badly. He's smelled something terrible, and I don't know what the strange sounds. And perhaps we should go and help him.
Bedford, who is this madman you've unleashed upon the neighborhood?
I can't
Yeah,
stop him.
how do you know him, Dr. Bedford?
I just get my booze from him.